Good evening and welcome to the Academic Thunders. Tonight we'll be pitting the biggest brains of the Yogscast, making them look like regularly sized brains, against one another in intellectual gladiatorial combat. We are going to be very closely following the format of a show called University Challenge. If you're not from the UK, don't worry, we're going to go through the rules in just a second. All you need to know is that the show features teams of the brightest minds in Britain answering some of the most devilishly difficult questions. Tonight's show is only going to differ in two ways. Firstly, the questions won't be that devilish, and secondly, the teams...
Our first team is made of a collective of streamers and YouTubers, not all of whom streamed through the night. They described their specialist subjects as ranging from cider to tattoos to RuneScape. With an average age of 32, let's meet the team.
Hi, I'm Duncan. I'm from Devon, and I studied computer game design.
Hello, I'm Ozzy. I'm originally from Keighley, West Yorkshire, and I studied advertising with design at the University of Northampton.
I'm Boba, and I'm from Florida, and I studied art history at generic Florida University.
Hello, I am Pedguin. I'm from Leicester, and I studied game design.
Our second team is comprised of what many consider to be the old guard of the Yogscast, venerable greybeards who are responsible for much of the behind-the-scenes work of the Jingle Jam. Their interests are incredibly diverse, ranging from tabletop gaming to video gaming, and degrees ranging from chemistry to animation. With an average age of 4,106, it's being skewed by someone, I think, let's meet the team.
Hello, I'm Ben. I'm from Essex, and I continue to study getting good at the School of Hard Knocks.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I study kissing at your mum's house.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lewis. I'm from Essex. I studied chemistry at the University of Manchester.
Hello. My name is Therian Flack. I'm originally from London, and I studied computing and informatics at the University of Plymouth.
The rules are as follows. Starter questions are worth 10 points and are answered individually on the buzzers, so no conferring allowed. On answering a starter question correctly, your team will hear 3 bonus questions, which are worth 5 points each, and I would encourage you to confer when answering those questions. I can be interrupted when asking a starter question, but an incorrect interruption will result in a 5-point penalty, and your team cannot answer the question. Instead, the opposing team will hear the entirety of the question. Penicillin, described as the first true antibiotic, was discovered by which Scottish physician?
Oh, penicillin.
No, it's...
According to ancient and medieval tradition, the body was composed of 4 elements in balance. For 5 points, name 3 of them.
it's bile, blood,
Are there 2 kinds of bile?
like phlegm and like shit, and I don't think they call it shit.
I think there's 2 kinds.
There's definitely bile and blood.
Black bile.
Oh, there's black and yellow
I need an
bile.
answer, please.
Black bile, yellow bile, and blood.
Correct. The other one you could have gone for is phlegm. You got them all?
You knew phlegm too. By the way, Ozzy's affected by both yellow, black bile and brown bile and phlegm.
Delightful. Your next starter question. Toffee Penny, the green triangle, and the purple one. Yeah. Oh no, that's incorrect. I'm afraid. I'll give the.
Don't tell them because they need to
answer it. That's 5-point deduction, I'm afraid.
I mean,
I'll give your team the rest of the question. The purple one are all constituents of what traditional confectionery, especially popular at Christmas? Quality Street is correct. Point Break, The Hurt Locker, and Zero Dark 30.
There's no point you whispering it to me.
It's only they can answer
You
it.
don't get these questions, they're for them.
I need an answer, please. What is the name of the tallest building in the world located in Dubai?
Oh.
Come on, brain.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, we could guess something, right?
Yeah, do you know what?
Go on, give me an answer.
Do you know a Dubai building?
Dubai.
I don't think that would
Is it?
Go on, Captain, give me an answer.
Spire.
pass.
That's the Burj Khalifa.
I only know the Wiz one.
Okay.
We like this one.
That's a good one.
I think it's Dr.
So, we believe it's Dr. Dre.
No, it wasn't Dr. Dre, that one was Mozart.
Oh,
that's the
Gyno-PD.
C418. C418.
No,
For one thing, that's the
no.
name of a piece, not a composer, and this is Gymnopédie #1 by Eric Satie. So no luck there, I'm afraid. Okay, we'll go back to our regular questions.
Minecraft music.
Okay, fingers on buzzers, please. What is the name of the 12th element in the periodic table? It burns with a brilliant white light, has the symbol... Was that a...
Yes.
I need an answer.
Zinc.
I'm afraid that's incorrect. You lose 5 points. I'll let the other team hear the rest of the question.
Texas, and then the other one, and then that one.
Yeah, good job.
Not Alabama.
Is it one of
Is
the
it
Dakotas?
Mississippi?
Can we see? Why can't we see the picture again?
Oh,
This is beyond my ken. I have no
Sorry.
power over this.
So that's Florida at the bottom, and then it's Georgia. I think Alabama is next. And I'm trying to think.
Mississippi.
Mississippi is correct. It's just like normal university challenge.
My dad is so excited to be here.
Secondly, for 5. In 2019, for the first time ever, American spending on Christmas presents exceeded which threshold? I'm looking for a dollar value.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
$1 trillion.
$1 trillion is correct. According to some economists, the season of Christmas is a deadweight loss. This is a cost that occurs when which 2 economic factors are out of equilibrium? That is the end of the first round. So can we see the final scores, please? Well, so, at the gong, we have 190 points to Team Doctor and 15 points to the Tunnel Snakes. Now, Team Doctor, we will be seeing you in the semi-finals. Well done. Tunnel Snakes, the highest scoring loser will go through. I will see you in the pub later. Welcome back to the Yogscast Challenge. We're in heat number 2. Heat number 1 was a contest between Team Doctor and Team Tunnel Snakes. We may still see the Tunnel Snakes if one of these teams can't get more than 15 points. We'll see if that's going to happen. We'll meet the teams for the second round now. Our first team is comprised of the editors that have escaped from their cages in Yogs Studios. While their filmmaking knowledge is without question, let's see how they fare on questions across a range of subjects. I, for one, cannot wait to see what they're going to come out with. With an average age of the cube root of 21,600, let's meet the team.
Hello, my name's Tom. I'm originally from Birmingham, and I studied film and television production at the University of the Arts, London.
Hello, I'm Craig, and I'm from Bungay, and I studied film and moving image production at the university in Norwich somewhere.
Hello, I'm Matthew Toffolo, I'm from Bristol, and I studied film and screen at Bath Spa University.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm from London, and I have a media GCSE.
Our second team tonight is a meme dream. Trying to write a description for this team is like trying to catch mist with your hands or have sex to that one song from Reddit. Their interests are incomprehensible, something about blebs, and their goals are beyond our understanding. With an average age of syntax error, let's meet the team.
Hi, I'm Harry. I'm from East Sussex, and I don't have a degree.
Hi, I'm Lydia from the Netflix show Squid Games, and I like pickled eggs.
Hi, I'm Ravs. I'm from Glasgow in Scotland, and I dropped out of school.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm from New England in America, and I studied English at Barnard College of Columbia University and at Cambridge University.
A fortified wine made from white grapes that are grown near the city of Jerez de la Frontera in Andalusia. You know, you actually have to whisper, not just go... You are going to hear a short sequence of chemical elements. Their symbols on the periodic table will spell out a festive word. So, for example, fluorine, uranium, and nitrogen spells out fun. In each case, I want the word that is spelled out. Tin oxygen, and tungsten?
Listen to that one.
Brilliant.
Tin is.
That's a pub quiz, but I've forgotten it already.
Yeah, pub quiz.
Go on, give me an answer. Captain answers.
Nominate Frost.
Herpaxlagonemon.
No, it was snow. What is the name of the car-sized rover landed by NASA on Mars in 2012? It used a sky crane to lower itself to the surface.
Moon car?
It was not the moon car, that was the Curiosity rover. San Jose, San Diego, and Los Angeles are the 3 largest cities in which US
At least 1 degree. Sarah.
California.
California is correct. Well done. We get some applause in the room. Gibbons primarily travel through brachiation, meaning they swing what part of their body?
Their tails.
I don't know. You just found out they go in tails.
Their arms. Their toes.
Can we have an answer, please?
Spain. Next Spain.
No, they don't swing their spines, they swing their arms. Gibbon chiropractors are very busy. And then lastly, Tadarida brasiliensis is the fastest mammal on Earth overall. What kind of animal is it?
Could be cheetah, right? Cheetah.
It's not a cheetah, it's a Mexican free-tailed bat. Bat's actually faster than the cheetah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's made up. That's a lie. That's a sham.
Next starter for Jen.
Puck.
Puck is correct. Well done. Yes. We are going to take our first picture round now.
We're winning.
It's just like University Challenge.
Empire ruled that.
The slug one.
Go on, give me a name.
It's too far for that.
Is it?
I don't know, say it.
Well, maybe not.
Go for it.
Do it.
Say it.
Roman.
No, that was not the Roman Empire, famously in Europe. That was the Incas. And lastly, for 5.
I thought they moved across.
Roman.
Oh, they got boats.
Dr. Atomic, Nixon in China, and a short ride in a fast machine. He shares his name with the 2nd President of the United States.
Who's like
Elton John?
Elton John.
Yeah.
He's done a lot.
Go on, give me a name.
Go do it. Do it, man.
Elton John.
I like John Adams or someone like that. Just second.
Come on, answer please.
Try to do that one.
Elton John.
No, the 2nd President of America was not Elton John. It was John Adams.
When I said do that
Anyone who's seen Hamilton might have got that one. Okay, we're going to take our...
At least 1 degree. Sarah.
Muppets Christmas Carol.
Muppets Christmas Carol is correct.
Get fucked. Fuck you. Fuck. Nerds.
Madden is correct. And that is 25 minutes. So what are the final scores?
We're tied.
Are you tied?
Points.
We should be 155 for that.
Should you be?
Yeah.
It'll give it a second to update. I'm hearing in my ear. So are you on 155? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Get fucked! Get fucked!
So,
let's go!
at the gong, team at least 1 degree with 155 and Edinburgh University with 145. That was pretty close. Team, I mean, if you thought that the Roman Empire was in Europe instead, we may be in a different reality. But 145 is a pretty respectable score. It's entirely possible you will be going through to the semi-finals. So far, we've been treated to a smorgasbord of intellectual abilities, including some questionable knowledge about certain empires. Let's see if this final heat is going to go any better. Our first team is made of some legendary streamers, including people with talents for destroying cities, finding exploits, and being really loud. Has a streamer been on University Challenge before? I don't think so. Let's find out why. With an average age of network connectivity problems, let's meet the team.
Hi, I'm RT Game. They used to call me the Drift King back in college, and I studied English as well.
Hi, I'm Duke Spiff, and I have a PPE from Oxford. Hi, I'm Lollipop Chai. I studied languages at Leicester University, and I have a very, very strong BBC reporter accent.
Hi, I'm Mango, and I was originally from Lancashire, and I went to the big London, and I did film.
Thank you very much. And our final team is a cozy international team comprised of representatives from the Comfort Zone, the Netherlands, and the United States. Will this help them? I'm curious to find out. With an average age of buns don't have hands, let's meet the team.
Hello, I'm Bryony and I'm from Hertfordshire. I studied photography in Kent somewhere.
Hiya, I'm Kirsty. I'm also from Hertfordshire and I studied zoology at the University of Portsmouth.
Hi, my name is Zylis. I'm from the Netherlands and I studied English language and culture at the University of Utrecht.
Hi, I'm Mousy. I'm unfortunately from Cincinnati, and I very briefly studied biblical archaeology.
Bonus questions are on the Latin names of animals associated with Christmas time. In each case, I want the common English name for the animal. Firstly, for 5. Equus asinus is the name for which animal that carried the Virgin Mary to Bethlehem?
An ass.
Ass or donkey, I'll accept, yes. You just had to say, didn't you? Donkeys or ass, Rangifer tarandus is the Latin name of which animal, popularized by 1949 American Christmas song?
Oh.
A hippopotamus.
No, that's a reindeer. A hippopotamus, not traditionally a Christmas animal. No, that was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Unbelievable.
So I can't accept that one.
You were so certain.
Another starter question. Danger, response, airways, breathing. Don't confer. You must buzz to answer. Anyone want to buzz? No, that was circulation. It's the Dr. ABC of first aid. Okay. Another starter question. I really hope that no one has a medical emergency today. A fruit bread coated with powdered sugar, Stollen, is the traditional fruit cake
Mitigating
eaten at Christmas.
circumstances.
In which
the
German country?
spiffing Brit.
Sorry, which German country?
Oh,
Germany.
Yeah, I think we have to rule that one out. Apologies, everyone.
Everyone knows Stollen's from Germany.
I mean,
from Germany.
I don't think that's fair because seeing as I said German.
You bastard.
I'm sorry, I've got to be fair. I'm sorry. Okay, your bonus questions are on eras in Japanese history. Which era in Japanese history, lasting from 1868 to 1912, was marked by a restoration of imperial authority and rapid modernization?
Hello.
Hi, what's the answer?
Yes?
Hello. This is quite awkward now.
Go on, give me a
Don't
name.
know it, just guess.
Sengoku Reformation period? Oh no.
It's the captain who answers.
I nominate
Okay,
Spiff.
hello. Yes.
That was the Meiji period.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, it was.
Damn it.
The Showa era, lasting from 1928 to 1989, was named after the official name of the emperor at that time. By what name is the emperor known in English?
Do you know any emperors, any Japanese emperors at all?
I can't remember where Japan is.
I sense a problem with this. So for your bonus questions, you're going to see 3 more counties highlighted on a map. In each case, I want you to name the county. Firstly, for 5.
Any day
Any
now.
second now?
Any day now.
Any second.
We're still
We'll
drawing
get
them.
there.
We don't
Imminently.
have counties
Any
anymore.
second.
We lost them.
I can see a
Are they
bunch of
making it in
something that
Minecraft?
sounds like county.
They've all got
I do see really
independent.
beautiful faces, though. That's nice.
Well,
You guys.
Where are you looking?
Can we get the studio? Queen Elizabeth II, who passed away this year, RSVP, was the longest reigning monarch in British history. Born in 1819, who was the previously longest
Mitigating
reigning
circumstances. Spiffing Brit.
King of France, Philippe the. Hello.
I'm afraid you lose point points. It was the previously longest reigning monarch in British history.
Bastard.
No! Don't want to buzz from Buns Don't Have Hands? You can, no conferring, you have to buzz.
Queen Victoria?
Queen Victoria is correct. Your bonus questions are on British monarchs at Christmas time. Great. I just heard laughter in my ear, by the way. Which monarch gave the first Christmas Day address in 1932?
Yeah,
George V.
Yeah?
Do we have to say a number?
I do need a name and a number.
Or just say that. It's probably right.
George V?
George V is correct. Secondly, which monarch restored the celebration of Christmas Day in 1661?
I'm looking at the Brits.
We only learn about Henry VIII.
Your bonus questions are on famous Christmas specials of UK TV shows. I will describe the plot. These are shuffled, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. I don't know anything, so I'm leaving this.
Give me an answer, please.
I'm trying to...
You look like Scarlet Witch right now.
No, I have a song in my head I'm trying to remember from chem class. It's been 10 years. No, plutonium's right there.
Go on, give me an answer.
Fuck me, I don't know. Those are one of the new ones.
Okay. I don't know.
Those are the new ones. I don't know those.
The element of surprise.
It's not element surprise chemical symbol AH exclamation mark. No, that's uranium. Kiss me hardy. I'm bored with it all, and this is no way to live. Are famous examples of what kind of quotation? Was that a buzz?
He was flirting with me.
That was incorrect. You lose 5 points. The answer is also a song by My Chemical Romance from their album The Black Parade. Your bonus questions are on players in FIFA 23.
Oh, good.
I love
balls. So happy.
Specifically, the answers are all players with the highest player rating of 91.
Okay,
That doesn't help us.
cool.
Firstly, for 5. Which French player currently captains Real Madrid and is the most recent winner of the Ballon d'Or?
It'd be French too.
Isn't it like
not Messi. No, Argentinians.
Yes, correct.
Answer, please.
No.
Philippe.
Is his name Pierre?
Karim Benzema.
Got it. Yeah.
Secondly, Buns don't have hands. Congratulations, you put yourself a spot in the semis. Unfortunately, mitigating circumstances, that was not enough to beat Edinburgh University, so we will have to say goodbye to you. Noughts and crosses, black and white, and Pig Heart Boy.
Oh, I remember Pig Heart Boy was on BBC. Let's watch the TV show.
Is that your answer? That one was Mallory Blackman. The largest country in Africa, bordering Tunisia, Libya, Niger, Mali, Mauritania, Western Sahara, and Morocco.
Uganda? I don't know. Is that big? Where's the Sahara Desert?
Go on.
No,
Have
I
an
don't
answer,
want to say it now. Just say anything. I literally can't think of it.
I will give you 3 numbers in a European language. I want you to tell me the sum or the total of those 3 numbers. 11, 2 and 5.
Elf is 11.
And the 2 and
2
5.
is 2, 5 is 5.
Okay, so 20.
Wait.
5, 6, 7, 8. No, 18, sorry.
Thank you, Ben.
18.
18 is correct. Well done.
He knows the numbers, just knows that.
Here's your next starter for 10. A charge of +1 and a spin of 1/2. Which subatomic particle comprises atomic nuclei along with neutrons? Do not confer. One of you can buzz.
Edinburgh University, Tom.
Helium.
No. No, that's a proton.
Okay, oh, of course it is, yeah.
Of course it is, yeah.
My bad.
I think that's.
Peru was further north.
I think that might be Peru. Peru.
Peru is correct, famously ruled by the Romans. And lastly, which country is this? Cricket is correct.
Yeah.
Your bonus questions are also on cricket. And how tall in inches is a regulation stump?
How tall's a stump?
24? No.
Stop laughing over in the corner.
So 24 would be 2 feet.
Edinburgh University, Tom.
That's Turkey.
Turkey is correct. That is a turkey.
Might be a reindeer because they're eating a carrot.
Reindeer?
That is a reindeer.
I'd know that anywhere.
A gland about 6 inches long, shaped like a flat pear. It creates enzymes to break down foods.
Penis.
It's your bile duct. It's the gallbladder.
That's the pancreas.
Shit.
Okay.
From the country.
Okay. Tio de Nadal is a character in Catalan mythology that, if properly fed, poops presents on Christmas Day. What shape does this entity take?
I don't fucking know, but I love that he poops. Balloon? He's a balloon.
Or
it's like a log monster. I think it's a log.
I'm going to say log.
A log is correct.
I'm pretty sure I wrote it.
Okay. Which artist won the award in 2003 for their album Boy in the Corner, recognised as a pioneer of grime music, their most famous track being Bonkers?
Bonkers.
Yeah.
What was the name of the band?
I don't fucking know.
Ben?
Bonkers.
Ben doesn't know.
Is Dizzy Rascal.
Dizzy Rascal.
Secondly, The Seldom Seen Kid won the award in 2008 for which band? Their tracks include Grounds for Divorce and One Day Like This.
Do we like music?
I play video games.
I do. I mean, I know all this, but I don't know it.
No, we don't know.
That was Elbow. I think it's pretty safe to say that Team Doctor, you have gone through to the final with a score of 255. Team Edinburgh, I'm afraid they were just a bit too much for you with 120. Great competitors, thank you very much for taking part, but we're going to have to say goodbye to you. For now, it's goodbye from Team Edinburgh. Bye. It's goodbye from Team Doctor.
Come on!
Yeah! And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun is a quote attributed to which 20th century Chinese leader, founder of the People's Republic?
At least 1 degree, Harry.
Mao.
Chairman Mao is correct. Your bonus questions are on Chinese history.
Well, fuck.
What was the name of the imperial dynasty that ruled China from 1368 to 1644, renowned for its flourishing culture, especially in ceramics?
The Ming.
The Ming Dynasty is one of them.
Ming.
The Ming is correct. Cao Wai, Shu Han, and Eastern Wu were the initial dynastic states during which period of Chinese history, featuring individuals such as Zhang Heng and Cao Cao, lasting from 220 to 280 AD.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible, isn't it?
Ancient.
No, I can't accept that. And that was the Three Kingdoms period.
Yes.
I didn't play that game.
And what was the name of the final dynasty in Chinese history, ending in 1912 with the Xinhai Revolution?
Why did we get this round?
Shit.
Lydia?
It's not Lydia, I'll tell you that
It's
one.
not Lydia.
Go on, give me an answer.
Who pass?
Pass.
Ancient.
It's the most recent one. No, that's the Tsing. Based on the description, I want the food stuff. Firstly, chopped salamum tuberosum, prepared in the oven in fat and commonly flavoured with rosemary.
That's going to be potatoes, right?
I nominate Lydia.
Potatoes.
Sure, roast potatoes I was looking for, but yeah, pretty clear. The best-selling book in the UK in 2021 was The Thursday Murder Club, written by which British author, best known as a host...
Buns don't have hands, Bryony.
Richard Osman.
Richard Osman is correct.
Yes!
Good gaming!
Yes!
Okay. Your bonus questions are on homonyms, a molecule that is seemingly repelled from a mass of water due to its non-polarity.
I fucking hate chemistry.
Hydrophobic.
Hydrophobe is correct. Good. Okay, with the scores at 125 to 15, you're still in this. Situated in South America, which capital is at the highest altitude?
Are we the one in capital of Peru?
South Africa, he said.
Oh, he said America.
No, South America.
Oh.
Yeah. Mate.
Rome, maybe?
What's the capital of Peru?
I don't know.
I can't fucking remember.
Skip.
Pass.
That's La Paz in Bolivia.
Right.
That's what I said. Pass.
He said
Pass. Yeah.
I'm afraid I can't give you that one.
Le Mans in the last round.
And then lastly, situated in Central Asia, which is the coldest capital city in the world?
It's got to be
Russia.
Sarah?
In Russia.
I mean, I'd cut Russia as Europe, but I think
It
it's going
could
to
be
be
both.
capital of Mongolia, but I don't know what that is.
Oh, I don't know.
Go on, can I get an answer, please?
Capital of Mongolia.
Le Mongolia.
Which is...
Le Mongolia.
No, it's Ulaanbaatar, but you had the right country.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
you can count Russia as big.
Okay.
It's not European.
Bill Murray, Jim Carrey, Patrick Stewart, and Michael Caine have
Buns don't have hands, Bryony.
Bryony, please give me something here.
You got this, Friday. You got this.
No, that's not how this works, Bryony. I'm sorry.
You got this.
Maybe the Ghostbusters as well.
The Ghostbusters. No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Have all played which unfestive character? The protagonist of an 1843 novel by Charles Dickens.
At least 1 degree, Sarah.
Grinch.
I'm afraid that was Ebenezer Scrooge. Good. Good grief. Okay.
Carrie played the Grinch.
Let's see if we can have any better luck with a. We'll see if we can have any better luck with a music round.
At least 1 degree, Browns.
It is Queen, and it is. Oh my God.
I don't know. I think you're going to have to lose 5 points for that because if you haven't got the.
No, it's Queen, and it's.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't stop. I can't accept that. So, Buns don't have hands. You can hear the whole piece. Down, Cork, Antrim, and Dublin are all counties in.
Buns don't have hands, Bryony.
Come on, Brian.
You've got that.
Brian, you can't just cry in response to a question.
You got this. You got this.
Counties, but that's...
You'd be right, because that was what I was looking for.
Hey!
The counties in the Republic of Ireland. Okay, we're doing this. On the origin of species, Frankenstein, War and Peace...
Buns don't have hands, Xylus.
Yes, sir?
I was going to say Charles Darwin, but that's not going to be it.
I'm afraid you lose 5 points.
Famously heard.
War and Peace and Beethoven's Ninth Symphony were all published in which century? The Limpopo, the Zambezi, and the Congo are all rivers on which continent?
Buns don't have hands, Mousy.
Africa is correct.
Sure.
Your bonus questions are on Africa in the 20th century. Good, glad you're so happy. For each question, I will give you a list of events that took place in Africa in the same decade. I want you to tell me what the decade was.
Again?
These are random.
Yeah, right.
Firstly, which decade did the following take place? Base jumping, a form of recreational parachuting, was invented in the mid-20th century, with its name being an acronym of objects you can jump off. For 5 points, what do the letters B, A, S, and E stand for?
Building.
Aerial, building, aerial, sports. Exciting.
What's the
Give me an answer, please.
Has the 4 letters.
Big ass, scary, everything.
Possibly accurate, but incorrect. Caesar is correct, Julius Caesar. Your,
Dad's gonna be so proud of me.
So proud.
your bonus questions are on classics. In the biblical narrative, which Roman emperor ordered the census that Joseph and Mary were returning to Bethlehem for?
Joseph and Mary.
And all of a sudden a whole lot less...
Is it Herod?
Saturnalia is correct. Well done.
Yeah.
And that is the gong. So another 5 points for you there. A final score of 180 to team at least 1 degree and 110 to Buns Don't Have Hands. Well, you rallied very well, I must say. You looked a bit down and out at the start, but you really came back. Unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you. We don't have to say goodbye to team at least 1 degree, who, perhaps despite the odds, are in the grand final. We have 2 titanic teams here of brilliant minds. We have Team Doctor, who breezed past the tunnel snakes in the first round and then achieved, I think, the high score of the entire tournament against Edinburgh University in the second round. And they are going up against Team at least 1 degree, who perhaps are the underdogs of this match and have gone through firstly against Edinburgh University and then beat Team Buns Don't Have Hands in the semi-finals. If Earth has a value of 1, the Moon 0.17, Mars.
Dr. Tom.
Gravity.
Surface gravity is correct. Your
Well done, Thomas. Well done.
Your bonus questions are on physics calculations.
But
a sleigh is travelling at 15 metres per second. How long does it take to travel 90 metres?
oh, like 6, right?
Sure, 6.
6 what, bananas?
Seconds.
Seconds is correct.
All right, Professor.
He's a doctor.
A Christmas present of mass 2 kilograms has a force of 4 newtons applied to it. What is the resulting acceleration? I need a number and a unit.
6 bananas.
That's 2 meters per second squared. And a reindeer is initially travelling at 5 meters per second, but is accelerated by 2 meters per second for 5 seconds. What is its final velocity?
13 meters? 15 meters per second?
I'll accept that. Okay, 15 meters per
Sorry,
second.
I said it wrong.
I said 15 and he...
We've
You
all
picked
had a
up on
few
it.
to drink.
I'll allow that one. Okay, well done.
Thank you, Simon.
Okay, next starter. Or
Here we
two
go.
of the nations
Here we
involved.
go.
Firstly, for 5, the 100 Years' War between 1337 and 1453.
France and England.
France and England is correct. The Crimean War between 1853 and 1856. I want someone on both sides.
Between England,
Britain
and Russia.
Correct. You also could have had the Ottomans or France. And lastly, the Silesian Wars between 1740 and 1763.
Ben!
Yes.
Pay attention.
Is Ben the answer? Who is in the Silesian War? Never.
Silesian Wars.
Silesian. The Gorgonites.
Gorgonites and
And the Mugorgonites. The Gorgonites and the Mugorgonites.
Close. It was Prussia and Habsburg, Austria.
Oh, bloody hell.
We were this close. Very similar conflict.
Another starter.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is correct.
Love Jupiter.
The 7th planet from the Sun, notable for an axial tilt of nearly 98 degrees.
No, it's the bum.
Say it.
The bum one. It's the bum one. Uranus.
Uranus is correct.
Nice. Good job.
Okay.
mate. Good job.
I knew
Come
I'd
on, at
get
least
it.
1 degree. I believe in
King
you.
George, alternatively.
Okay. Which mythical creature is comprised of the body, tail, and back legs of a lion and the
Doctor,
head?
Ben.
The Griffin.
Griffin is correct.
Fucking A. Fucking A. Good job.
Well, those nerd hours have finally paid off. Your bonus question.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Why do we get called out for nerd shit when you've had all of this chemistry nonsense?
You're literally winning university challenge.
What the
You're too busy rolling bones.
That feels.
Right, your bonus questions are on other mythical creatures comprised of multiple animals.
Oh, shit.
And what is the name of the creature that possesses the head of a human, the body of a lion, and the tail of venomous spines or of a scorpion?
Is it Manticore?
Wait, does a manticore have a man face?
Yeah, it does.
I think of the Warhammer manticore that
Manticore's
doesn't have a man
I think
face.
it's a Manticore. We think it's a Manticore.
You'd be right to think that. Well done.
The Warhammer one.
Another starter question.
It doesn't have that.
It's a cat.
Come on. First awarded in 1901, which prestigious award is given in recognition of work in physics, chemistry, physiology?
Doctor, period.
The Nobel Prize.
Oh, ooh. I will accept that, yes. Nobel Prize.
I'll fucking lube him up as well,
You immediately corrected yourself. I feel like I can give you that one. Okay. Gertie Corrie was the first female recipient of the prize for her work on how the body converts glycogen into which form of sugar?
Glucose.
Glucose.
Glucose is correct.
Look at that. I could be a science nerd as well.
Linda B. Buck won the award in 2004 for her work on olfactory receptors. Where primarily in the body are these receptors found?
The nose.
The nose is correct.
I feel really smart with you guys.
May Britt Moser received the award in 2014 for her work on grid cells in the entorhinal cortex. What function do these cells serve?
Oh, fucking
Oh,
like
it's
I-
nerves and sensory perception.
penis.
You're number one. I'm getting a lot of weird stuff.
Like sense of touch. Sense of touch.
A sense of touch.
I'm afraid not. That's the brain's positioning system.
Brilliant
I
stuff.
just didn't want
It wasn't P either.
It wasn't penis, no.
But it might have been.
It could have been.
It's not
Okay.
P.
That does look a bit like a Christmas fucking pudding, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go Christmas pudding.
I'm afraid that's a Christmas cake.
Oh, whatever.
This is very different. It's very different.
Secondly, which recipe is being made here?
Really?
Well done. Let's just have a quick look at the scores.
We should have checked.
Cool. We'll get there, team. Don't worry. If Team Doctor could just put your fingers in your ears for just a second, that'd be great. Southern, Indian, Atlantic, Arctic, and which other?
Doctor, Tom.
Ocean.
I'm afraid you lose 5 points.
Oh.
And which other ocean form approximately 70% of the world's surface area? You may not confer. Someone buzzing?
Atlantic.
I'm afraid I said Atlantic. It's the Pacific. We'll get there. We'll get there. Pitt the Younger is correct. And serving as Prime Minister from 1809 to 1812, who was the only Prime Minister to have been assassinated?
Ooh. Benjamin Disraeli.
That was Spencer Perceval.
That was a pure guess.
We didn't know.
It's a good guess. Okay, come on, team, at least 1 degree, I believe. Right. Okay, here we go. With a value of approximately 2.71, which constant is the base of the natural logarithm, sometimes known as Euler's number?
E.
E is correct. And with a value of approximately 1.62, which constant is the ratio of the regular pentagon's diagonal to its side?
The hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse.
That's incorrect. It's the golden ratio of 5. Okay. Another starter for 10, team. Come on. Vientiane and Phnom Penh.
The Mekong.
The Mekong. The Mekong is correct. Very well done. Okay. The applause is getting more lethargic as this goes on. Come on, team. Right. Another starter question. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since. Is the opening line of which novel of 1925 by F. Scott Fitzgerald?
At least 1 degree, Sarah!
Great Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby is correct! We saved Christmas! Okay.
English question, all science.
Okay. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife, is the opening of which novel of 1813? Don't help them, it's wrong.
He's so used to answering.
He's running interference.
Sense and Sensibility.
Which novel of 1948 opens, it was a bright cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13?
Harry Potter.
That was 1984. Which iconic object in chemistry was developed by Dmitry Mendeleev?
Dr. Bear!
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. I'll give you the rest of it to this team. Was developed by Dmitry Mendeleev in the 1860s, displaying the chemical elements in rows and columns known as periods and groups. You may know... Sorry, periodic table is correct. Your bonus question... Yes, come on! Helium, neon, and argon.
Noble wood, isn't it? It's noble wood.
Go on, just guess if you don't know.
Kryptonite.
I'll give you that, it's krypton. That's the noble gases. And then lastly, for 5, lithium, sodium, and potassium.
Non-metallic metals. Lithium, sodium, potassium. It's the one that goes Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Period, stop distracting them.
One of them is magnesium, but is it the even bigger one?
That is an element, yes.
We'll go back. No.
So can I get an answer, please?
Magnesium doesn't...
What?
No, it's not. It's not.
Lead, baby?
Go on, give us an answer, please, Ravs.
Lead!
That was rubidium. They were all the alkali metals. I just want you to tell me the name of the song. Don't worry about trying to translate the whole thing, just look for the clues. Here is your starter for 10.
At least 1 degree, Sarah!
The picture was...
Can we get...
Silent Night.
I'm afraid it's not Oh Silent Night. Does anyone from Team Doctor want to buzz?
Can we see the picture?
Yeah, can we get the picture up again, studio?
Is that one that goes...
no conferring starter question, sorry.
No, we don't know.
You don't know? That is Santa Baby.
Santa fans.
It's not got quite the same thing. So we'll take those questions in just a second. We'll have another... What is the name of the fast-moving current of hot gas and volcanic matter that can occur during volcanic eruptions?
Pyroclastic flow.
Pyroclastic flow is correct. The largest volcano in the solar system is Olympus Mons, located on which
Mars.
planet? Mars is correct. The Kingdom of Honolulu is the largest... Sorry, I beg your pardon, start again. Which ruler united the islands of Hawaii for the first time? Their name was the inspiration for an attack in the Dragon Ball Z series.
Kamehameha.
Correct. Which international sport was initially developed in Hawaii and surrounding islands, referred to as He'e Nalu?
Kamehameha.
No, that was surfing.
But they were just owned by...
Go on, give me an answer, please.
50s.
1950s is correct. The final score is 240 to Team Doctor and 85 to at least 1 degree. I mean, you rallied pretty well considering what happened at the start. You did have the winners' table. The winners' table has been broken because the winners are sat over here. Team Doctor, you were pretty dominant throughout. That was pretty impressive. You even got one of the Latin songs right, which I was pretty impressed by. So you are the winners of this fantastic trophy, which I can give to you. We spared no expense. It's a bit like Jurassic Park. If I come over to your team, well done. You are the Yogscast Challenge champions. Here we go, Lewis.
Oh, thank you, Simon. Thank you so much.
Very well earned.
I couldn't have done it without this big brain in here. It's so hot. It's like a hob.
Well, yeah.
I could boil some tea up here. And of course, my bus friends,
Yes.
Tom and Ben.
Ben and I were here too.
We were here.
He sat here as well.
These guys are on the team.
I think in the future we may need to separate you two. So that is the end of the Yogscast Challenge. Thank you very much for joining in. I hope that you've enjoyed this at home. If you have enjoyed it and you haven't already, or even if you have already, please do donate at jinglejam.tiltify.com. Get yourself the bundle. Congratulations to Team Doctor. Commiserations to Team At Least 1 Degree. And